All right, and welcome. Let us get people kind of in place. Uh, boom. Hello, I am Michael. Pronouns are he, him, and I will be running the Far Roofs tonight.
Yeah, hi, I'm Steve. I'm not used to being first. I'm Steve. I play Papa Fred. He's a old man who's not doing so hot, but he's trying his best.
My next is
Yeah.
I am Sarah. I'm playing Pebble, who is the what's it called?
Oh, fate.
The hero of fate. Also not doing so great, but she doesn't know that yet.
Hey, I'm Kay. I am playing Zach, and he's got a lot going on. He kind of has a demon-esque person after him. Who's to say? He doesn't know. He's
Like,
just here,
like you do.
Like you do.
like you do.
Hello, I am Nessa, she, her. I will be playing Isha, she, her. Isha is fine, and everything's fine, and we don't need to look into these kinds of things. Anyway, she can turn into a big bird, and she's kind of a see you next Tuesday.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
All right. Do we want to go
Just to
over?
the people she calls her friends.
She's
Mhm.
very heterosexual.
That's a
Sure.
lie.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Do we want to go over what happened last time?
Yeah.
We went to a town. We were supposed to go there. It's in the mists, and whoopsie, everyone was already dead. Ooh.
Ooh.
Stay alive, assholes. Try harder. I don't die all the time, and it's easy as fuck. So we get there. Papa Fred immediately starts having dementia time because I don't know, poisoned himself or something. I don't know, but he wanders off to go pretend to have a drink because for him it's 1972, when it's not. It's the future, and we're in Rat World. Uh, so I believe Zach went to go deal with that. Isha immediately is like, "Hey, y'all see all these ghosts?" And everyone's like, "What fucking ghosts?" And she's like, "Well, there are ghosts, so." And she talks to her dead grandmother, who is kind of trapped in this weird Sisyphean torture where she keeps being reborn as a young woman and then stolen by some kind of like larger entity as a bride and then destroyed? Kind of unclear on that one. Um, and he's just like, that seems like it sucks. Maybe let's do something about it. Pebble also wanders off to do something,
Mm.
presumably.
I will say we
Uh,
helped the town out a little bit, and
they were all
then
dead. We didn't help that much.
Zach and Pebble helped out.
I mean,
Pebble tried her best to can tell the town they can trust them and that they're going
that
to
was
help
after
them
we
and
got back. When we
yeah.
started, we were in the town where everyone was dead. And
Yeah.
then we
Yeah.
left because everyone was dead.
And everyone had like a moment of a vision and yeah. And we all saw did we all saw the medal last week?
I think so.
We had the fact that you were the graveyard was where you needed to go to the farthest roofs. Um,
Mm.
One thing that'll be coming up to keep an eye out for when you get there is how to drive off Hedge the Fang at least once without resorting to card-based combat. Because you'll want to basically there's things that will help take on Hedge the Fang later on, and also like trying to make sure that you end up with spades for cards can be useful. We're also remember you can also sometimes use cards or tiles to solve other problems that are going on, which in particular would be like. Cards have a tendency to be physical things you do if you're building something or something that you're doing kind of in the world, whereas the tiles tend to be kind of for everything else. All right. So I think you returned to Raintown at the end of last time,
Mm-hmm.
and you tried to talk everybody up.
That didn't go well.
Yeah, there were
Yeah,
some
we
problems
tried.
there. And that'll bring us to after a night's rest. Um, the next day, Artyom comes down from him being dead for 3 days.
Isha is immediately going to run up to him and shake him.
He's like, wait, what? What
Can you
did I
stop
miss?
trying to shake the rats?
What did I miss?
I haven't shooken any of the rats.
Yeah, but you've wanted to.
Mariana told me you like to be shaken.
Who told you that?
Renata?
Yeah,
Renata?
Renata.
Renata told you incorrectly. I'm not a fan of being shaken.
I have the clip, Michael. She said that he likes to be shaken. I wrote it down. I wrote down a timestamp.
Well, he said, I do not like to be shaken. She might have found that funny.
Just
Stop it.
He goes, what I miss?
A lot. So
you don't have any
much.
loved ones who live in the mist, do you?
The mist?
Yeah. In the
And Renata's the Silence Road. He goes, oh no, I don't know.
good news. Everyone there is dead.
That's not how you give that news.
Well, no one he loves is there, so
It's still not good news. It's at best neutral news.
maybe someone he hated was there.
He just looks at you and
Didn't
goes,
ask him that.
you sure? Are you okay?
She's always like this.
I turned into a big bird a bunch. It got weird.
Some stuff's happened.
Also met my dead grandmother.
I also met your dead grandmother.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
You guys met each other's grandmothers?
I
No,
was just kind of,
my grandmother.
yeah, I was just kind of there.
Yeah, at this
I
point,
don't remember much of it.
We know Papa Fred.
at this point, yeah, like Artyom's a little confused. Renata tells him that she'll fill him in later. So we're gonna have to go to the graveyard. That'll take us into the farthest roofs. There we can find Hedge and see if we can somehow find a thing to drive him off. Okay. Turns to the rest of you. Goes, are we ready for the journey?
I think as ready as we're gonna be.
Okay. She goes, we'll gather some food. It may take some time to get there. Probably about 2 days.
Okay.
All right. Gather food and everything else. The trip-
Papa Fred is looking for a walking stick.
Okay. Looking for one that's specifically carved, or are you looking for like a stick that you can go ahead and use?
I think he's looking for just something that he can like lean on when he needs to. So just any type of stick will do. Really.
Go ahead and use a card, like the higher the card, the better the stick and such you find.
Where's my character sheet? There it is. Yeah, we'll use the 9 of diamonds.
All right.
So.
When you're kind of going around town, you do find there are some shops and such there that make some things, and at one point you find a decent looking like walking stick. You looking for one that's more like staff wise or more like cane?
Yeah, more staff.
Okay. As you're sort of looking through, the person who's doing it takes a look at you. She goes, "Well, if you're planning on traveling, this could be very useful." There's times in the roofs that she kind of looks at it. And there's the bottom of it's got kind of like not quite a 4 square base, but it's a kind of a square base on the bottom though that has like some small almost spikes on it. She goes, if you drive it down hard enough, you can actually catch some of the tiles sometimes, and it can keep you from slipping when things get really, really steep, or the way the roofs go is always a bit strange. So
that sounds very useful. I'll take it.
Excellent. Yeah, so this is for. I mean, we know you're trying to help us, so take it on behalf of the village.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, I hope we can succeed.
I always hate in like computer role playing games where it's like, I'm here to save the world. I've got the most important thing in the world to do, and the government's behind me. By the way, I don't have 123 credits to buy this particular pistol. I'll have to get it later.
Good enough. I figured I'd have some way to do it. So perfect.
All right. Anybody
Yeah, I'm
else?
gonna thank her and head back to the group.
Anybody else getting anything specific?
I we're in a town with like shops and stuff.
Yeah, there's a sort of thriving businesses. It's not a huge place, but there are basic necessities being made, stuff along those lines.
I walk into a shop. Um, so this is one of my. Can I kind of guide this to one of my major goals?
Mm-hmm. The what? Sarah's frozen,
Uh,
or very intensely thinking.
One of my new things is
Mm,
one of my new major goals.
some words
Yeah,
like
Sarah,
that.
you are frozen, and you came through in little bits and pieces.
Finally.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
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 Can you see me now? Okay. So one of my major goals is a spiritual or hallucinatory being offers guidance. That's what I'm kind of aiming for here.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Is
part
this
of
something I can
the
guide to?
um yeah, let's look something real quick. You're looking at the kind of part with the hero of fate.
Mhm.
Oh, that's in your quest. Sorry, let me just double check real quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, on the quest for your character sheet. Oh, okay, I see. When you said major goal, yeah, that's the one that gives you the letter and the or
Mhm.
the letter and a card. Um, you won't. Well, you're not going to find that in the shops.
Mhm.
Um, you do know there are some various toadstools and other things that are around the area that have some hallucinogenic properties, and sometimes you know that there's people that said that they've sort of seen more in the world by kind of opening that sort of third eye.
So I think I'm next to some kind of field, like near like a churchyard or something like that. Then I
Mm-hmm.
see. Would I recognize the herbs? You think?
You see some where there's a couple other there's both some rats and some people that are sitting there. They've got like some of these mushrooms that are there, and you see a small pile of them that they picked, and they're all just kind of like laying down, looking up at the sky, on the roofs themselves. Some places where you've got like some of the chimneys and such that are coming out. One of them sort of leaning back against one of the chimneys, and you just see this sort of look of bliss on his face.
And I think after what I've kind of experienced in the last session, I'm just like I slyly come over and I just grab a mushroom
Mm-hmm.
and I pop in my mouth.
All right, go ahead and we'll have you put this. This is we are now what morning of. Is this day 4?
I believe so. No, 5, because I have something in afternoon of day 4.
Okay, so morning of day 5, Sarah. If you want to tell me which mood you're rolling, we'll see how well this goes.
Um,
And while you're looking at that, figure out what you want to put down for that, which mood and such. For Kay or Nessa, is there anything you're particularly doing before you head out?
Um, I think I might answer my quest model.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I don't have all of my sheets up that I need. I don't have the adventure journal. Um, but the Let's Forge a Rivalry, um, I have tiles to spell white as in grave white.
Okay.
So I think that's gonna be that one.
Okay. So after your like the meeting them the other day, like in person, and having that.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me. It's been a little bit. Remind me what happened um, when you met him.
Um, do I think I can't remember for sure because I forgot this even happened, to be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just kind of stood up to him a bit and I did use tiles to spell guile against him. Um and he asked, and it was like the first time I considered my compatriots my friends as
Mm-hmm.
well. Um, do, do, do. Yeah, that's all the notes I have.
Okay. So what this will do, you know that the Grave White is out there and has kind of brought you in and is basically trying to do something. And in this thing, uh, it'll kind of also mean that the Grave White will become a bit more a part of things. Whoops. Paste special. Can I paste that? Values. Nope. Um, it is the thing that has brought you in, and something in life is going to be changing. So I got your major goals. Let me get your other. So what you'll also be able to do is in a moment you'll be able to pick out a new power. Nessa, did you pick out a new power?
You said cheat powers were the
Yep.
optimum, right?
And every time, one thing to kind of keep in mind, every time you gain every time someone else gives you either a tile or a card, you can go ahead and mark in the progress grid. So Kay, now I've given you those other ones for you. And
Cool.
let me just pull up real quick. You're gonna have a new quest model, and I'll tell you what to choose your new power from. And again, it would be very nice if everything was where it was supposed to be.
If only, Michael.
Yeah, you get one of the wounded angel powers.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh.
And one of the things you're going to be doing is choosing someone to essentially kind of make your sidekick the person you think you can help. And how can you help this person becomes your quest model. Sorry, let me get this stuff real quick. Boom. And Sarah, have you chosen what mood and such you want to go with?
Yeah, I'm going with delirium.
All right. Go ahead and make your roll for delirium, which in your case is going to be moods. Delirium, we can go ahead and make your roll. It's either your introspection or do you have sickness?
I do.
What's your sickness at?
1.
Okay, you can use either sickness or your delirium.
Two threes. Hold on, I pull this up.
And what was your introspection?
My introspection is 2. My sickness is 1, and I got 3s.
Okay, so yeah, well, that ends up being a failure. So whatever happens, happens. As you take the as you sort of take the mushroom, you're lying in the field waiting for something to happen, and there's a thing where the world itself, like you almost sink into the tiles around you. And as you are sort of heading down, let me look some stuff about Hero Fate real quick. You see the hoop snakes kind of like rolling all around you where you're at right now. All of these things, and as it's going through, you can kind of feel the poison, that's the stuff that's inside of you, the thing that is taking something like taking some things away from you, but also driving you more forward. There is a moment. Let me get one other thing for you real quick. Because one thing we want to do, the Fated Heroes. Come on, go over there. The thing about your dreams and visions. So one of the things you'll be looking for, and you'll be able to actually even like say these are the dreams and visions and stuff you're having. As the hoop snakes sort of come around you, you see that there's a moment where you can't tell if it's you or if it's one of the others. You see Hedge the Fang standing up above one of you, and as it's moving and sort of appearing, there's a moment where the person just sort of like reaches back, like leans back a little bit, and then there's a part of themselves that almost opens up towards it, and that itself has Hedge just like what do you call it when it not writhe up, but go up on the hind legs, and you see it like
Rear back.
yeah, rear back on its hind legs, hissing and like screaming as when the moon passes again, it is gone for the moment. There's something inside one of them took it, and there's a moment where you see the hoop snakes, the things that at some point had poisoned you, just like rolling around you, and you can kind of hear their whispers in that moment. It's the heart is the way, the heart is the way. And then you're coming out probably for someone calling your name because you've been gone a little while and y'all were supposed to leave.
And a vision how to destroy Hedge.
And for Kay, for kind of solving your muddle, while you are, and also for everyone, if you look at like your magic words or things to say or something like that below your quest, those are things that are like appropriate like for your particular thing currently. So okay, when you kind of declare that like the grave white to be a rival, there's a moment where behind you just feel like there's a heavy breathing back there, and you can just sort of feel something that stands probably close to 7 feet tall and fairly large that is looming just directly behind you. Rival, little thief.
I didn't ask for this.
Few do. But this is what you're meant for. See if you can steal from Hedge. See if you can make a difference. Many find death at his hands. I wonder what you will find.
I mean, we're both going to find out pretty soon.
Yeah, and there's just a moment where like it passes, and then you are by yourself once again on the roofs, looking out over the town itself, which has been to a large degree destroyed by, well, not to a large degree, but at least to a partial degree destroyed by Hedge and all of the cats that came. And for Isha.
I think I'm the one that's calling Pebble in that moment.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's necessarily like a super important thing, and nor does it answer any of my muddles, but I would like to kind of try out my new cheat powers, because you can have if you have cheat powers, you may have a normally private experience you can share with others, something like your memories or, quote, your daydreams.
All right. Also, Sarah, did you grab a tile and a card?
I did not, but I think
Okay.
that right now.
And also, everyone remember you've got some of the things, and you're able to. If you can ask me if you find some things along the way too, but you each have those things that can get you both a card and a tile. All right. So for your cheat power, what is it you're doing, Nessa?
I would like to share a daydream with Pebble. I think as Isha's at the top of the hill, just like waving like a maniac, like, Pebble, what are you doing? And you wake up from your dream and Isha's yelling, you turn and you look and you see Isha. And she's sitting there next to you on the hill. You can still hear her behind you, just like waving.
Nessa, which power is this?
No,
that's just
it just says you can share a daydream.
Yeah, that's just cheat powers in general. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But like Dream Isha turns and looks at you with these like big eyes.
Hi.
This is nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Who's calling me?
One thing to work in there, Nessa. Particular your experiences, my perception that you have value. That should be a part of what you are imparting to Pebble.
Don't worry about it. It's just you and me right now.
Okay, yeah, this is nice. We got so much to do, but we got so much to do.
It's just the field. No more snakes, no more rats, no more running. There's no parking lot that's waiting for us right now. No more puppet shop. No more camp.
Go to Madison.
You're gonna go to Madison?
Yeah, we could go to Madison.
We could go to Chicago. We could go to New York City.
Could. Never been to New York. I've never been anywhere.
Well, I've only been to Chicago, so that's not much. I didn't even see anything cool while I was there. I was too busy being stressed out.
Why'd you go to Chicago?
I wanted to be a writer. You know, I'm all bitter about it, but you know what they say? It's better to have tried and failed than to have never tried. Even if it really hurts when you try and fail.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I haven't tried anything.
I think you've tried more than you thought, Pebble. She's getting really close to you now.
I haven't done anything in my life. I was supposed to go to school. I don't know what I was going to do, but I was supposed to go to school. I was going to decide later, and I don't want to go back to do Wajak. I don't care if we stay here. I don't want to go back.
We don't have to. We can stay here and become, I don't know, co-counsels on some kind of weird foreign affairs committee. Or queens. Something.
We can. I just lean my head on Isha's shoulder. We can.
All right, as you come up out of the the hallucinogenic encounter, you come out of it a little bit different than possibly when you went into it. More of saw a little bit more of Isha than you think you normally get to see.
Yeah, Isha's like standing behind you and it's just like, what are you doing?
I ate a mushroom.
I would say don't do that, but I did that and then I did some weird shit with my magic, so I guess I can't tell you not to eat mushrooms.
Saw some things.
All right.
I think I saw someone. I think I have magic too, but I'm not sure.
I mean, Pebble, if anyone's gonna have magic out of the group, it's gotta be you. You're too weird not to.
You're funny.
Okay,
It's
and
not
also
how you usually respond, but okay.
and then Nessa, also if you want to choose a power, because right now you've got what you have is important for for your thing about the shared experiences, but you want to choose another cheat power, and then Kay, when you figure out the power you want to add, let us know.
Okay.
So the trip itself, Renata lets you know it's going to be fairly long, relatively tedious. We should be fine. However, there are some places we're going through that kind of abut on the more dangerous areas. We're going to see if we can stay hidden behind the rise of some of the roofs, but if there's danger, we should stick close together, be ready to fight if necessary. Does everyone have a weapon?
No. Do I need one?
We should find some for you. And like looks over at Papa Fred and goes, "It's a fine walking stick. That'll work."
Yeah, it's a great weapon. That's exactly why I got it.
Does being a bird count as a weapon?
Certainly can.
I
We
mean,
saw what
being
you
a
did.
giant bird probably does.
and looks over at Zach and Pebble. And for the two of you, something to protect yourself with, something to fight with.
Physically, no.
I didn't know I was supposed to get one.
We can find one for you. I mean, the town knows what we're doing, and you managed to drive off Hedge the first time, so they have weapons and such. They'll definitely share them. What do you think would help? What would be useful for you? What would feel right in your hand?
Pebble thinks about it for a second, and she's trying to think of any time she's used any kind of weaponry in her life. And she's drawing a blank, and she just says, "A bat."
Okay, we can find you a bat or a cudgel. And Zach?
Always here.
There is.
Do you think they play rat baseball?
Anything you
has
can
to be
find,
some
I'll
crossover.
Nessa. Okay.
just anything you can find, I'll take. I don't really know.
And Renata kind of pans up and looks over Zach and goes, "Can't tell if you're a sword person or not."
The sword sounds dope.
A moment, and the two of them just like head back into the village. Come back a little bit later for Pebble. They've got something almost like I think it's how like shillelagh, where it's kind of like as it comes up, it's a bit thicker and has itself like a hardened like edge on it, not like a cutting edge, but like and even like almost like a spike at the end. I mean, this is something that while it is a blunt weapon, is one that that could hurt a lot. And then they bring a sword for you. The thing is, like the sword that you got, Zach, it's a bit older. It looks like it's seen a little bit of use. There's some nicks and such there. It's been kind of gone over. And they have like the sheath that's along with it. It is relatively thin, like think rapier type, like the one where it's not like an epifoil, but like a longer thin one. And it goes, "Here, keep this with you. This will be used for whenever we have something we must fight.
Thank you.
We fought before. We'll not be unarmed next time." And then as a group, as you head through, like the roofs itself, you feel like your bare feet. I can't remember if we talked last time, or not last time, but earlier about the fact that up on the roofs, you're best having bare feet. Like you've been used to it at this point. They feel like a little harder, a little more calluses on them at this point. But as you travel over the roofs, for like quite a ways, you're getting close to sundown, and there's a point where Renata and Artyom, they'll scout ahead a little bit and sort of come back. There's one point where the two of them just sort of come back and they look very, very nervous. They're very kind of quiet as they come back to the two of you and goes, "Okay, we have to be very, very careful as we're going through. Here, the Girtabalu, Scorpion Men, are in this area. We found a passageway that we think will help. Underneath some of the eaves, there is almost tunnels that go under parts where certain roofs come up above the other ones. If we stay down there, hopefully we'll be okay. There'll be a few places where we'll have to go across much more open areas of land, but keep your weapon with you and be ready." Okay, let's go. And they go underneath where some of the eaves come up, and for all of you, like you have to like kind of like crouch down as you're going through it. And occasionally as you're going through, you hear this like something with too many legs, or several things with too many legs walking up above where each of you are at. There's a moment as it sort of comes up and you just feel your breaths catch. Let's have at least one person put this in their adventure journal, probably to see what happens next at this point. You're underneath. As you're kind of going through, you hear 4 or 5, and you see part of a long spindly leg of like the scorpion, but a scorpion that is human sized. You can kind of see it out through the very small bit between the eaves of the roof you're sort of under, and the one next to it. And I'll say, Who is it that's able to understand all languages? Is that Nessa?
Nessa.
What you hear is something nearby. The hounds smell them. It's here. And they're sort of going like, it sounds like there's several of them that are out there. It's at least one person put this and what happens next in your sort of in the adventure journal.
That's will be morning?
This will be afternoon. Afternoon of day 5.
I mean, I can definitely cause some drama here if people want something to be dramatic here.
I'm down for Isha to do a being there. We want to
Okay.
save Papa Fred.
All right. There's just a moment where as you're there, you feel it. And you are being there. Let me close some of this stuff. Come on. It's either awareness or if you have something to deal with. And if you want to just remember, if you describe what you do in a kind of a fancier way / poetic way, you can then put some of your extra into your river, which can be useful later.
Oops, wrong thing. Okay, not great. I only have one double. I have a 3 in awareness.
All right. At this point, as you got the failure, react to the moment or experience. You may tell us a bit more how about you're reacting to it. As they're coming through, you're pretty sure from how they're speaking that they know where you're at.
Wherever we are, we're probably a little bit cramped, right?
Yeah.
I think Isha's gonna be like, turn to the group and be like, it's giant fucking scorpions. And I didn't bring a weapon. All I have is being a giant fuck-ass bird. So I'm gonna turn into a giant fuck-ass bird, even if it's very inadvisable in this space, and squashes some of you.
All right, go ahead. So right as you do that, the giant scorpions, a spear tip comes like in between where the eaves are, and it's kind of in between where you're all at. It doesn't strike any of you. And Nessa, go ahead and spend one of your a card to transform. And both Nessa and Kay, you have on the table. You've got both a card and a tile.
Yes.
And suddenly, for the rest of you, partly to see for everybody else, let's have you go ahead and make a. If everybody wants to make for me a physical action roll, except for Nessa, because suddenly you're in this very very tight quarters. Suddenly, one of you becomes like a 20-foot tall bird-like thing. Y'all were in a space that was not existing alongside a kaiju. So if y'all make your roll,
You're welcome.
and you want to.
Okay.
Or you can describe how you do it too if you want to try to keep something in your river.
Yeah, so as Isha corvids out, Papa Fred sees Isha just expanding. I think he's just going to like, oh crap, and just burst out of the brush, like up, staff already at the ready, because obviously we're fighting. I think it's gonna be like a dramatic, he just kind of like breaks out, does a twirl with his staff ready to fight these scorpions. I've got a 1, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 3.
What's your physical action?
My physical action is a 3.
All right.
So can I bank those 1s and keep the 2 3s?
Yep. So you use the 2 3s. Yes, you managed to not get sort of crushed along the side as you leap out ready to go. And what about for Sarah and Kay?
I have a 1, a 4, and 3 5s.
All right. So 3 5s mean, because what is your physical action?
4.
Oh shit, you're really. So the thing is, 3 5s. Like 3 means you do it a little bit by luck. If you want to
Mhm.
describe, if you, so yeah, you actually don't get hurt or crushed by the thing. If you want to describe how that works, it's going to be a little bit by luck in your case.
So we're watching Nessa become a giant corvid thing, and what's she fighting again?
Lotoshi very quickly like tells that there's giant scorpions up there. The spear comes through, doesn't hit any of you, and suddenly Nessa corvid explodes into this giant bird, and you will escape injury partly by luck.
Could be in my bosom. Just
I
saying.
I think that when as Nessa, I don't know how I do it, but I almost like parkour off a wing. Like as like a wing is coming out, I like jump up and I like bank off of it and bounce out of the way.
Okay, yeah, as you hit, sort of bounce out of the way, and you manage to kind of like roll up on the roofs, and then
Mhm.
for K.
I regular failed. I didn't critical fail.
Okay,
I got double sixes. However,
if you
I did.
describe it fancy, you can keep those 6s.
I would say I do have two fives in my river, and I did roll a five,
Oh,
so I'm just gonna use those two
all right.
to not fail this because it seems like a thing I should fail.
Yeah, that will probably also for you. My guess is you also have a physical action of 4, but that'll also be luck for you. How do you avoid like getting hurt here?
Um, I think we've seen Isha turn into a bird so many times at this point that like you hear it before you see it, kind of,
Hmm.
and Zach just kind of whips around and goes, "Oh shit," and like just hits the ground.
All right, yeah. As it kind of hits the ground, as it comes up, you see like they got the torso, head, and hands of a person on this giant scorpion body. They've got spears with them. They've got a
Ugh.
couple for throwing that are kind of held along their body. They've also got the big long hooked stinger. But yeah, like as you explode out of there, Nessa, there's a few of them have like fallen over from it, and you see one of them kind of rise up, and he's got his spear out, and I put down a 3 for that. Now, as a reminder, this will be card play. You can interrupt by putting down a higher card, which then that card, whatever card's out, will go back to your hand. You can block, which means they can still do it, but you have to have at least the card -3, but you get to roll to see if you're able to block. If you also choose to falter, for example, if you decide you would like new cards, if you falter, you can show like Frozen in Fear, retreating, etc. And that's a thing that will allow you to draw more cards if you happen to be low.
I'm not low, and I hate scorpions, and I think in my panic, Isha forgets that they're poison.
Hmm.
And I think she like just full animal instincts. I'm gonna spend a 7 of clubs. That should about cut. That should
Okay.
do it, right?
Yeah, I'm going to throw that onto the thing, and I can take this back. If you want to throw it in the middle of the.
I can't draw a specific
Oh,
card,
oh,
can
so
I? Yeah, that's kind of
what was the card again?
7 of clubs.
Oh, 7 of clubs. All right. Yeah. Well, let's make a note. The 7 of clubs is so yeah. As you said, what is it you're actually doing?
I think I'm just gonna like beak out and just like whatever. I don't think I managed to get like a full thing, but I think I'm like trying to get an appendage, like a one of those like chitinous legs, and just like
So the rest of as this is happening, the rest of you see they'll put out a 9 of clubs. The few of the other ones like leap up on either side, and while Nessa's going after one of the ones that just tried to stab her, suddenly the other ones are kind of crossing in, trying to grab and control, and you see the stingers going towards it. Someone put a jack out there.
Oh, that was me from when I was drawing. When I
Oh,
was like, maybe I
okay.
will get
Yeah,
lucky. Who
yeah.
knows?
So yeah, the 9 of clubs is currently there. Does someone want to interrupt or to block?
What do I need to play in order to block?
And block, you just need a higher. So, well, if you want to block, which means like they can do the attack, you're just going to try to block it from them. It's whatever it is -3.
Okay.
So, like a six would work here. If you happen to look under, if you have your character um, stuff up, if you look at the cheat sheet, you'll see those. Yeah, block is 3. However, interrupt basically is try to go in before them and take what they're doing instead. You have to play higher than the current card.
What's the current card?
The current one is the
9.
9. Is a 9. 9 of clubs.
If anyone has any 6s.
I got a 6.
All right, so Zach rushes into uh to block it. You want to tell me what you're doing?
I'm gonna hop up from the ground really quick and like look over my shoulder, see what's happening, and just make a straight run for it while pulling out my rapier
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like standing in front and like holding it up to try and stop an
All
incoming
right.
attack.
Yeah. So as the ones on the side are coming in, and they're one of them's trying to come up with a spear, trying to catch it underneath Nessa's wing. If you want to, so I rolled triple threes. If you want to go ahead and make your roll.
Okay. What am I trying to beat
So
here or get here?
when you're trying to block, let me bring this up again. So with the block, ideally what you're doing is trying to get a success or triple success. So the thing is, they've got a triple success here, which is going to be a little rough for whoever's getting hit with that one. So they got 3 threes. So you're basically rolling your physical action here, unless you want to make it a mood or like make it one of the moods and go into your journal.
Just roll it straight.
Okay.
Oh, that's a full failure. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
So you have no.
No doubles.
So critical failure. Your card has been. So what was the card you had?
It was a 6 of spades, I think that is.
Okay. I will make a note that will get claimed by me.
Okay.
So 6 of spades will be claimed by me. Now I'll just pull it out of here real quick. And at that point, you've actually, if you want to describe how you have accidentally cooperated, because at this point, as you get stabbed, sort of underneath the wing. Let me just double check with just the damage there because they got the rolling an attack, critical success. Ooh, shit! You're gonna take 4 points of damage. You have
Oh, I
five.
think I only have 5.
Yeah, you have 5 total. So at this point, as it goes underneath, Zach, how do you accidentally help the Scorpion Men here?
Oh, wait, so am I taking the damage or is Isha taking?
No, you're
No,
basically
you're making it
Oh,
worse.
yeah. You
yeah.
For me.
because you got no success. You didn't even get any
Gotcha.
pairs. No pairs is a critical failure. You have essentially
Mhm.
accidentally cooperated with the attack. You've done helped do an extra point.
I think as I'm like running but also pulling out my rapier, I got I kind of trip and accidentally also stab Isha.
Oh yes, Isha, you feel like under your right wing. First like a spear goes in, then you feel like a sword also sort of hit nearby, and you are pretty badly hurt at this point. Now the thing is you don't get like actual like negative consequences until you're at 0. When you are at 0, that's when kind of the bad things can happen to you. But you are close.
Yeah.
Who's taking action next? Anybody can kind of put down a card.
Oh, I'll take an action
Mm-hmm.
if I can find my character sheet. There it is. Yeah. I'm gonna put down a Jack of Clubs. And that is gonna be to try to fight off some of these daggum scorpions.
All right. Oh, let me go ahead and get rid of that. So you put the Jack of Clubs. As you do that, 2 of them leap towards you. I'm putting down the King of Diamonds. You can take that back into your hand.
Okay. And I have to be 3 above it to counter it then?
Well, anybody right now anybody can interfere. Anybody can blocking is basically going to be, and that can be you or someone else, is 3 below it. So
Okay.
that you would need a 10 or more. So yeah,
Or less.
anybody can interrupt with a king or ace, rather.
King or ace?
I think it might just be an ace with the king.
Yeah.
You can interrupt with the.
Can I interrupt myself with a king of diamonds? No?
You,
Okay, damn.
well, because the thing is, it interrupted Steve, so to interrupt it now. Oh, if it's the same value, you can both be active. If you basically want to both attack, if you're doing an interrupt, if you've got a king, you basically also try to hit them, or if you want to try to block, it has to be, it can be the attacking card value -3 or more. So at 10 or more to interrupt. Also, Steve, if you wanted to take faltering, if nobody puts in there, it can essentially be like, it'll let you end up drawing more cards, and there's a roll you make there too.
I'm just gonna play a joker and make it an ace.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, to counter or interrupt their king. I'm gonna use a joker, which is an ace.
All right. Yeah. So as it does the ace,
Thank you, Papa Fred.
they a couple. I'm going to play the king. Partly, it'll get that king out of my hand for all of you, which will be nice. So what it's going to do, it's going to play it to try to interrupt. As you want to describe, as it's coming toward, as you start coming, another one rushes from the side, stingers kind of coming at you. How do you interrupt that? And then we'll go into the other ones trying to also do some blocking to protect.
So is the damage from the stinger more because it's stinging you, or from the poison?
It would be more from the poison.
I mean,
Okay.
being stabbed didn't help.
So I think how I'm gonna interrupt this is I'm just gonna let it sting me because I'm immune to poison.
Okay.
And then yeah, so like its stinging doesn't work on me. I guess.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's like damage can still happen. So we both roll.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's doing I think you got the thing. It's trying to interrupt, which basically means like how much damage it'll do there.
All right. What am I rolling?
It'll be your physical action.
Okay. And I can still potentially do damage, right?
Well, no, you're doing the attack, and it's trying to block.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe
yeah, I think I'm letting it sting me, and then I'm just hitting it with my staff.
Okay.
Like the pointy part of my staff. Bum. Come on. Oof. Can I spend my 2 ones from the river?
Yeah, that would be a good idea because
that'll get me triple ones.
Yeah, because if it's a block, if it's a success that's better than your attacker's result, you block 1 damage and deal 1 to them. In this case, so like it was not better than what you rolled because I just had the 2 4s.
Okay.
As it stings you, the other ones sort of coming in, you just lay about with your walking stick. Also, as you take the hit that's trying to sting you, the other ones are coming in. You can almost ignore that one. It stings, but it's not that bad. The other ones manage to sort of knock them on their asses. There's a few more kind of coming forward, and at this point, do we have because we basically do 3 rounds. We get rid of this. I'll do this. We've got K. We've got a couple of them. They're trying to they're trying to essentially cut you off and come after you. I put down an 8 of clubs for that.
So 3 or more or less, right?
Or if you can go above it, you basically take you basically interrupt their action, and then you're the one that goes.
I have King of Spade.
You can do that, or if someone else can also interrupt. So that, remember, this is one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, King of. I have 2 King of Clubs, so I'm just gonna throw one of those out.
Yeah, I would say if you ever have spades are good for if you're dealing with something that's supernatural in a way that it can't normally be hit. Supernatural allows you to affect those, so spades are good to keep if you can.
Yeah, I got 2 King of Clubs, so
I can interrupt with a King of Diamonds if you'd like.
I got 2 of these, so I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're not supernatural, and you should save your spades.
It's actually a club. I just don't know my suits.
All right, so you play yours.
Yeah.
This will come back into my hand. I can't play an interrupt against that. If you want to describe what it is that you do.
Um, so I think after a tiny little freak out of accidentally stabbing Isha, I pull my sword back and I'm like, okay, little heavy. We're learning the weight. And I'm like, I think it's almost on accident that I'm like flailing it around and I turn around to no longer be facing Isha and just instead stab a scorpion.
All right, make your roll.
Double fours, double fives.
All right, you have the fours. If you want to go ahead and put those fives in with your thing, you can. If you want to put those in your river, but yeah, the fours. As you you do some damage, you're sort of in. Well, there's one more quick thing. 'Cause I think I don't think Sarah was able to be a part of this.
I haven't gone yet. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sarah, when you parkour off of them, you find that there's a one of the scorpion men kind of near you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to actually, if you want to take action first, you can.
All right. I'm gonna go 8 of diamonds.
Okay. And do you want to tell me what you do?
I just wildly I swing the shillelagh like a bat and I try to like whack him across the face with it.
Okay. So you've got the 8 of diamonds. What it's gonna do is actually it's gonna play a 6 to try to block. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and make your roll, and I'll make mine.
Okay.
If you've already rolled, if you just hit up on there, it'll automatically just roll for you. Or hit up and then enter.
Like the little up arrow.
Yeah, if you hit the up arrow, it'll basically go, "Hey, what's the last thing you did?"
Oh, hold on. Where is it? That didn't work.
Oh no! Up on the keyboard with little you have like the up, down, left, right arrows on the keyboard. If you just hit that, you'll hit it twice. It'll go back to the last thing you typed.
Okay, I got 2 5s. I have 4, a 3, and a 6.
Okay. What's your physical action?
4.
And do you have anything in your river?
Can I take things from my river that I had from the previous roll?
No. Basically for the river, you got to kind of you want to be either poetic or kind of fancy in how you describe what's going, and then what you can do is after like if you've got more than one pair, you can put one of the pairs into your river.
Okay. No, I have nothing in my river.
Okay. So yeah, so in this one, it manages to actually sort of like you swing, it manages to block because it got those 2 3s are going to be a success, but your 2 5s I think are a failure. Because what's your physical action again?
4.
4. So yeah, pretty close. It manages to block you though. You've got a good amount of strength behind it because you're pretty good at physical actions and such.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, what's happened is overall we've got basically one loss among all of you, 2 wins, and then sort of a tie. As far as all this has been going, it's not going well. The Scorpion men start to retreat. Does anybody do anything to try to stop that, or do you let the Scorpion men run away?
I'm not doing it. I'm letting them run.
And
yeah.
You see Artyom and Renata are fighting one of them also as they sort of take off. There's a few of them there that are crumpled. Some of them that are dead. Others run. And Renata looks over and goes, "Isha." And Isha, you're hurt. You're okay, but you're hurt.
Yeah. Isha's just kind of like, she doesn't need to play it up, but she's kind of playing it up, just like, ah.
Pebble runs right over to Isha and is like, she wants to put to stop the bleeding. So or is she bleeding or is it just poisoned?
Oh, it's bleeding. I mean, and the thing is it's not like deadly right now, but you're in rough shape as you currently are.
Yeah, Pebble comes over, is like, it's okay, and tries to put hands on the bleeding spot to keep it staunched. It'll be okay. Zach, where's your backpack? Do you have any clothes, anything that could stop this?
Do you think if I turn back into a human, this is gonna get a lot worse?
I
Like,
don't know.
is this proportional?
You have not been in a position to know that yet.
I don't know.
While that's going on, can I add something to my journal?
Yeah.
So
No.
I'm gonna say that when the scorpion like pulls his stinger out of my side, because the poison doesn't affect me, they start to run. I think the reason the poison doesn't affect me is because I already have a severely more powerful poison.
Mm-hmm.
But as a result, after the combat, the poison from Typhon is now counteracting the poison from the scorpion, which is going to cause me to go into a delirium. So while everybody is over like checking on Isha, I think Papa Fred is just like walking away and no one notices. And he is in a memory of a time that he fought the Scorpion King, whatever the king of these people were.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was similar to this. It was a draw. So he's just over there, like swinging his staff around like a weapon. And the poison is like going, half of his face is skeletal again. And he's just in a epic fight. And
Roll. You either make a roll. It'll be either your introspection or your sickness.
yeah, that's gonna be delirium. We're gonna go. What?
Yeah, use Papa Fred fought Dwayne Johnson. Bad CGI.
I'm imagining him
Who
fighting
said that?
Sarah.
There. All right. That is 2 3s, and my introspection is a 4, I
All right.
believe. Double
You
check
experience
that
the thing itself is slowed down. So as you're doing it, like there's a moment where like tell me a little bit about this last battle you had with the Scorpion Men King.
I think it was because I've been to Henge the Fang's home before.
Mm-hmm.
I think back at that point, my group was there, and just like this, we kind of got swarmed, but it was a one-on-one fight with the Scorpion King, and just like before, I can't be poisoned. So he was kind of unable to harm me, and it scared him enough that he ran away.
Okay. For the rest of you, you got you're getting that Nessa bandage. Who do you think might be the one to notice what Papa Fred is doing?
My awareness is 3. What about the rest of you?
So I feel like Isha would, just simply based on what's currently happening.
Yeah, Isha's the one that's not working on her wounds. So
Yeah, like Zach is so like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
It's fine. What's Papa Fred doing?
What?
Oh God.
He's
He's having another moment.
senior moment. Papa Fred? Papa Fred? Oh boy.
As I think the second time you say it, he just turns, staff like at the ready, like half of his face is just ghostly skeletal with like the black veins, and he's just like, huh? What? As it like dissipates. What happened?
You
You
were
gotta
having
get,
another moment.
you gotta be eating more fish, man.
What was I'm fine. It's fine. Just help Isha. We're good. They're still running away. Don't worry, the king fled. We'll be fine.
Sure. Papa Fred, I really need someone to stroke my head while this happens. I'm in distress.
and then you feel a very tiny hand as Artyom reaches up, and then you see Renata like slap his hand out of the way. Oh.
Yes, I need someone with a human-sized hand to quickly come pet my head and don't wander away.
All right. Yeah, Papa Fred's gonna come up and just start petting the bird.
Yes, good.
All
Thank
right.
you, Papa Fred.
Starts to bring the bird back into into the now. All right. And Artyom then kind of looks around and goes, if everyone's able to make it, we can go through the night and try to make it to Weathermeet. It's a town not terribly far from where the graveyard is. It might be best for us not to sleep out in the open tonight.
Agreed. Isha, can you walk?
Sure. I don't think I can fly right now, but I can walk. How many do we think it's going to be? A lot more tunnel-based things, or
Well, they look because you haven't transformed, so you are currently still like big. So unless you transform back, they're not going like it will be over the roofs themselves. Like there are some places in the tunnels you could try to go through, but that was also slowing you down.
okay. Well, you know what? Why don't we just spend another one and transform back?
Okay.
Beep.
All right. What we do here is a little bit what we do in Legends of the Wulin. How many people have a river that has nothing in it? All right. So we suggest here, everyone at this point, partly to see how well you're doing as you're going, because it is like you're going to be sort of traveling throughout all of this. If you want to if everyone makes a it'll either be a physical action roll just for sort of think of it as stamina. You can play a card and make it automatically. One of the reasons too, if you sort of describe what it's like for you going, you can also try to fill your river, which is one of the Legends of the Wulin. One of the things you want to do sometimes is take opportunities to fill your river when you can, because those river can be super powerful in helping you later on. You also could put it in your adventure journal. So your choice is either a physical action roll, or if you want to do if you want to put it your introspection or something else, you might be able to give a reason for it to be there. You could do it as something in your adventure journal, or if you want to play a card to keep yourself physically awake as you're going, at least a 5. You can do in any of those.
He's just
I think I'm
burning
gonna
a
roll.
card.
I'm gonna roll.
Okay. So if you want first, what you want to do is you're going to roll. I might describe like what it's like for you as you're going over like going through these passageways.
2 5s and 2 6s.
All right. So do me a favor. Describe. Be a little bit fancy in how you do it. Do you want to describe like how you are keeping yourself awake?
I think so. As Pebble's walking, it's not an issue of staying awake because at this moment her head is muddled with fear and adrenaline. But more than that, that when she realized Isha was hurt, that was her only thought, her only concern. And it's, in spite of everything that's going on, this is one of the more confusing things that is happening in the moment. And she couldn't rest if she wanted to because it's stressing her out.
Okay. So as you're going, now your physical action is a 4, Sarah, which means while those are technically failures, you'll take 1 hit point of damage, which is just sort of like the hit points here are basically what's stopping you from having negative consequences. But you can put either the 5 or the 6 into your river. And I think Nessie, you said you were using a card.
Yeah.
And for Kay and for Steve.
Do I put both the 5s in my river?
Yeah, you can put, and then for either Kay or Steve.
I would say I have stuff in my river.
Okay. Oh. So yeah, if you want, you can put it in your adventure journal, or you can play a card, or you can still make a roll if you want to.
Cool.
Yeah, I think Papa Fred is struggling with this. Like he is heavily relying on that walking stick. Occasionally, like he will just sit down, and you can tell that like so far throughout the journey, he's not had any trouble getting place to place.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason today, he's just stopping and he's panting. There's like beads of sweat rolling down his forehead, which is unusual. and then he'll get up and he'll hobble along. He's grunting. It's just a very old man doing very non-old man things, making him sound like an even older man.
Okay.
And, I'm going to roll. Push up. Click. Kaplooey. I got 2 3s on a physical action. That is a success, but I can't put anything in the river.
Yeah, so you managed to make your way through. It's a bit rough as you're going, but you managed to kind of keep your wits about you. And then for K.
So I put in my journal losing yourself for accidentally stabbing Isha, and I rolled double ones.
All right. Yeah. You're either. Do you have complex by chance?
Let's see. I feel like I might.
Okay.
Mike, where do we track the hit points?
Oh, if you just want to, everyone has 5 hit points. If you just want to make a note,
It's in the top left of your sheet. Yeah, I have +1 complex.
Okay, but you said you rolled 2 ones.
Yeah.
Either one works. So success means someone interrupts you before a long time passes, or before your spiral reaches the point of self-destructive action. Tell us what what it's like for you, and then someone can interrupt you. It can be either player, or we can make it Renata or Artyom.
I think I'm just kind of wrapped up in making sure Isha's okay and helping wrap up her wounds. And I think what pulls me out of it is her, like calling Papa Fred's name, like in a specific tone where like something's wrong. And I feel like that's what kind of pulls me out of it.
Okay. Yeah, and then you find yourself as like the morning is coming. You've actually gone like fairly like a good distance pretty quickly, and you find a place where there's like a bunch of the weather vanes that are almost tangled up at one point, almost like a gate as you go through, and you come into a village that is built up onto the roofs themselves. And Renata leads all of you to like an inn, and as you go in, there is like an older man who is there, looks relatively tired. As you open up the door, you see like in the dining area, you see there's a bunch of people who are actually sleeping along a bench, but they have they're all sitting up, sleeping, and there is a rope that's chest level that goes across so they can just sleep. They can sleep there. Apparently, there's a thing in Jack the Ripper time London, in Victorian London, where people would pay to just sleep in an alleyway with a rope, and they would get woken up in the morning when they would just basically disconnect the rope. You have like a bunch of people just so they could just sort of sleep like that. Yeah, you have some people that are sleeping there. As it kind of comes in, one of them looks and goes, "Early time for visitors. The road's dangerous coming here. How can we help you?"
We need a place to rest.
Oh. How many rooms? We would put you on We'd be cheaper to put you on the benches, but we're going to be waking everyone up soon, so that's definitely not where you want to be. There's also, there's a stable for the hounds. Welcome back, Tangy.
Hey, Tangy.
How many rooms are you looking for?
2?
5?
2.
2. All right, as he mentions, like, that'll be 6 gold, and up there, Renata comes and places it there for it. It's like, food first, and something to drink. We're hungry and very thirsty. He goes, and he kind of just takes the stuff. You have a feeling he's charging you maybe more than he should, because you seem it's early. You're desperate. You also will have the entire day. You're not quite sure what it is. Because certainly, that'll be another gold for get you some with the stew. We've got some meat. We'll bring some stuff out. Do you want it up in your room, or do you want to eat in the common area?
Room.
Certainly. All right. Yeah, you head back up into so the rooms they show you to. It's funny because there are like 2 human-sized beds in each of them, and there's also like one rat size, well, fortitude rat size bed in each. Um, and there's a moment where, well, yeah, that's enough literally for everybody. Um,
Mhm.
because
Boys and girls.
yeah, the beds themselves are small. I mean, I think the equivalent of singles. They could be they're close enough. They could be pushed together if like a couple decided they wanted to put it up there. But Renata and Artyom just immediately just kind of look and you see them like just underneath the cover of the rat size beds, and they are very quickly asleep.
Come on, Papa Fred. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming.
You should
Uh,
rest.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm gonna head up to the room. I assume Zach is with me.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
We're not leaving Papa Fred alone.
Mm-hmm.
When we get into the room, Papa Fred is just gonna like sit at the edge of one of the beds and look at Zach with like that old man confused look. What are we doing again?
Sleeping.
No, I know that. Like, no, what are we doing here?
What? Hedge the Fang? Remember, we saw him in the sky and led us here, and
Oh yeah, he ate the moon. That's right.
yeah,
That's right. So we're heading to his place to fight him?
I guess Renata and Artyom are kind of, leading this journey.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we're gonna go try and stop him.
We fought scorpions on the way here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm remembering that now. Okay, perfect.
As you all settle down to sleep, before we'll do that and probably take a bio break here in a moment. Do you want to look through to see this won't be this will be when you kind of get there how you might drive off Hedge of the Fang at least once without resorting to card based combat, and this could be one. Remember, this is a model you can solve using everyone's tiles.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I have enough for archway. That could be something.
If you also want to look at what everyone else has, because you can, one person can be like, "Oh, I've got the thing." You can also be like, "Hey, what do we have?" Because you should be able to, if you look at the landing page, you should be able to see what everyone's tiles are.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's true.
God damn, Dragon, Steve,
What?
fragment bullies.
Well, I'm debating if I want to use them. And the landing page doesn't have all of mine. It's
Oh,
not
is it
fully
missing some?
accurate.
Then
Yeah,
what I
like
might do is move some of yours into some of those, because what it should do is it should be just taking from what's on your. Here, let me do this too, so that people, someone who's watching, can see.
there we go. Have fixed it on the landing page, I think.
Yeah, so if
Yep.
you put it where it is, let me go, boom, there. Yeah, if you put them kind of closer, maybe yeah, this one may just go further than the ones you have on your page. But yeah, if you get them there, that should be a way for
Okay.
everyone to see what all you have.
Man. That doesn't have all my cards either. Holy crap.
Kay, you've also got a few more. You've
Oh.
accumulated a few cards and tiles. Steve, I also just gave you a tile for the scene you two just had.
Perfect.
Did other people give tiles or cards during the Scorpion Man attack?
I did not.
I gave a couple, but I don't remember who I gave them to.
Okay. I don't think I did. So let me give some around there. I'll give you a tile and a card to everybody.
Copy.
So if you want to get those in.
Diamonds. Oh. Oh, I got a no. That's great. I was looking for that.
I forgot what I was even looking for at this point. It was something.
I don't know. Fragment works so well with what I need.
Ooh.
I'm just debating if
Yeah.
I want to answer it or not.
Yeah, for the rest of it, if you want to put down, like, how do you, what's a way you could drive off Hedge the Fang without card-based combat?
I think I'm an R short of the word words.
And you could do that with other things. Remember, you all can share. This one is not just one person. You're able to,
Yeah,
like, all
I
share
was
with each
just
other.
seeing what I had that would even make anything that made sense.
Let's see. Do we have a K at all anywhere?
The rogue has a K.
Me.
Do Quake, probably.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure between all of us, we have enough for halitosis.
What is that?
It's when you like medically bad breath.
We're gonna breathe on him.
I don't know. I open my bird mouth and we use magic, or not magic because it's not card based, but I don't know. Just bad breath so badly that it drives him away or kills him.
We can do flame.
There was a book called Wandering Taoist, which I thought would have been an amazing, because I read it shortly before I saw I think the first prequel to Star Wars, and I thought, oh, this would have made a much better, like, someone going kind of evil. And it's this martial artist who's taught all these things, and he gets a huge head and starts attacking, like basically going after people he shouldn't, and like getting into duels. But he gets in a duel with the Bat Immortal, because there's like different immortals, and he's fighting this guy. He almost wins, but the Bat Immortal has a very special diet that he uses. He basically farts, like, to the point where, like, the guy who starts to vomit and like tears are in his eyes. Like, he loses because basically, like, the Bat Immortal has this fart that will defeat enemies. And when he goes back to his master, instead of his master being upset that he attacked him, he's like cry laughing because he's like, what, he did what, like that, where like that happened, and just he couldn't be angry because he's just crying laughing so hard.
Y'all, we could do Death Note.
I mean,
Okay.
Solve one monster problem with another.
Death Note.
that's the book where you write people's names in it and then they die.
Oh, I know. I'm just...
We could Death Note Hedge the Fang.
Damn.
Can we do kaiju at all?
Hang on, let me see. We have
I
limited Ks if memory serves.
We got one K in the rogue.
I got a K.
I think we have hallucinate.
Ooh.
Ooh.
HALUC. We have an INATE. Yep. That's how you spell hallucinate, right?
Sounded right.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we have hallucinate.
All right. So where are you taking the letters from?
So from the rogue, it would be HAL. From me, it would be CEU. From the Hero Fate, it would be ATN. And from the Centimani Bear, it would be the I.
I mean, I have some A's and H's if someone else doesn't want
to. If you want to take one of your A's, I'll do H and L, and you can do A and I.
Okay. Done.
So HALLUCINATE.
Oh, so we need another L.
Oh,
so
I have an L. I have an L. You can have one of those.
Perfect.
All right.
I was one letter off. Damn it. Hey, that was a good word. Hallucinate.
Considering what has happened previously, I don't know if that might be Sarah's idea. It might be Pebble's idea. that like because how many people? How many of you? We've got the toadstools for. Wait, both Nessa and Sarah have like gone and hallucinated, taken like
Yes.
mushrooms to make things
Via
happen.
mushrooms.
So
Papa
are
Fred's
we-
been hallucinating the whole time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Papa Fred's the master of it.
So are we going to be making him hallucinate, or are we hallucinating to find the
It'll-
answer?
We'll find out.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. A friend of mine just died. I'm gonna have
Ow.
to call for tonight.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. I'm Improv Jam everywhere. If you want to let people know where to find you.
Hi, I'm Steve. I'm the Dragon Axe. You can find me here, Ronin's Den, Beards and Barbarians.
Sarah, I'm Powerful Week 1 pretty much everywhere.
I'm K.1224, basically everywhere.
Nessa, Loch Nessa. Loch Nessa.